Well, yet another dramatic end to a game, Gary, not in your favour, and so cruel really at the end there.
It was very, very cruel because we didn't park the bus, did we? We said we wouldn't, and we said we'd get the ball up to our forwards, and Ishmael had a great chance, didn't he, to make it 2-0. They're the ones at this level that you've probably got to go 2-0 up when you're at Leicester, or only 1-0 up. But listen, we should have nothing but pride for our football club and our football team today, because not many teams come here. Did you see their technical area jumping up and down? And they've drawn with Yeovil at home. So that's our reputation now has gone ahead of us. And I was just so proud of what the boys did. They were throwing themselves in front of everything. We know they got Premiership players on Premiership money, Premiership crowd. They're a Premiership club. They're 1 or 2 games now away from being there, and that's what happens. And there they were partying because they drew with us. So that's good when that happens, because you want to get a reputation and make sure that you do everything you can to keep it. And Yeovil are creating this reputation for themselves. Now, what we've got to do now is not let that destroy us when we've drawn at Leicester just because of that last goal. We've got some cup finals to come now. We've had some hard games because Bolton are at the top of the form table, Wigan and these, and we've come out of that with 3 points. That's as good as 1 win out of those 3, and we'd have took that, wouldn't we? Now we've got to make sure that the Barnsleys and the Blackpools and the Charltons, that we show what we've learned in the last few months.
Their goal was quite unusual. You sometimes send your goalkeeper up for set pieces, but he stayed up and actually scored from open play in the end.
Was it his goal, was it?
They've credited Kasper Schmeichel for the header, it bounced over the line, they said.
Well, I didn't know. I knew it eventually had gone in, but yeah, he stayed up there, and the quality players can put quality balls in, and he showed that desire to get on the end of it. Of course, we didn't put on the sheet in the dressing room who's picking up Kasper Schmeichel. So it's just down to the boys to be aware that he's up there. But listen, let's not take nothing away from them. They've done the club proud today. They did, and we should all be proud and not let it affect us in the next few games. Because yes, I'm going to be disappointed. Of course, I'm disappointed, but how many people would have took 1-1 here at Leicester? And it wasn't as though the lads give it away. Leicester had to really earn it, and that's what they did in front of their 20-odd thousand crowd.
Scored a quality goal through Joe Rawls in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been touching on free kicks with him, and he's got a good strike with his left foot, but we kept hitting the wall, so we asked them to just move it slightly, and that misses out the wall, and he struck it lovely, and then we had to go 80 minutes, whatever it was, here at Leicester, and hold out. But we did more than hold out. We did, and we played some good football when we needed to. Their crowd were moaning and frustrated because they couldn't find that forward ball. The 2 top strikers in the league got brought off, and then of course they can bring on Phillips and Wickham. You know what I mean? That's the nature of the difference between the 2 towns.
Have you allowed yourself to look at the other scorelines? Barnsley won and Charlton were winning as well.
Yeah, Millwall lost, didn't they?
Yeah.
So there's 8 games. There's still everything to play for. There's some games that some of them are going to win. Are we all on the same points? Then we must be somewhere like the bottom 3 anyway, and then Charlton are just 3 points ahead. I would have thought.
Charlton have pulled away, and Barnsley.
Well, they ain't pulled away. They ain't pulled away yet, mate. We got to play them, and they got some other difficult games as well. But it just shows you, how you've got to have the momentum going into the last few games of the season. That's really, really important, and you've got to have a game where the boys are giving everything, and that's what they're doing. And so, look, listen, you take winning and losing out of the equation, you give your best, and that's what our boys did today.
Sets up Saturday against Barnsley rather nicely.
Fantastic, and that's one of the games where it'd be really disappointing if we don't get a full house, because that is like the playoff final for me. It's that important at this stage. I know you like to use words like urge and all that, urge the supporters to come. You don't do that no more. Thanks very much. No. But we need a big gate, not for the finances, but for the support, and we need an afternoon like we had when we played Sheffield United, because what the boys have done in the last month or so, and certainly what they did today, they deserve that support, and I'm sure the Yeovil fans will come out in force, please.